Parental discretion is advised.
This week on the Wrestling Mayhem show, we discussed the downfall of Jakara. We discussed the further downfall of TNA and the upswing of Ryback. Stick around.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wrestling Mayhem show, where we talk wrestling and get mayhem-y. Yes, that'll work. That'll do. We have been running for 7.5 years of doing this, and sometimes it doesn't make sense, but sometimes we flip the script and do something completely different, and it blows your mind. I'm not Sean Milan on a style. Put up the info so I can tell them where to reach us. You can find us at WrestlingMayhemShow.com, where we have writings to go with our ramblings here in the audio and video versions. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, Flip TV, Roku, and YouTube for your ear and eye holes. And if you want to interact with us and tell us how wrong we are all the time about everything, you can email us at goodtimes at WrestlingMayhemShow.com, or call us on our hotline, which is 412-206-WMS0 9670 if you're calling in on your rotary dial phone. Yes? Yes. Oh, and there's an app! We have an app! You can get it from the Amazon Play Store or your iTunes App Store, and it's $1.99, and of which we get about 45 cents so it can buy half a sandwich with. So, yeah. The app gives you access to extra content that you will not get anywhere else but the app, as well as links to some of our most recent episodes all in the palm of your hand, and you can lick Eamon if you want to. Speaking of Eamon, after last week's episode, he released some pertinent information about his new ventures into the wrestling business.
We will get to that in a bit later.
No, you will tell them now so I can go on with the rest of the episode.
Because that prevents you from going on with the rest of the episode.
You will tell them now.
Okay, fine.
Give a tease. Give a tease.
Someone may be doing a little venture that's outside of this fine little podcast into an actual pro wrestling company. I mean, what's that all about? Am I right? But yeah, I guess I'll touch on that a bit more. But yeah, I'm Eamon now. Okay. This is going to take getting used to, but I'm still the same character as the name that used to be on this show, and I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. So just fucking introduce the other people.
Because of his new venture, we are changing the format of the show this week. It will be 2 hours of him doing color commentary for random wrestling clips on YouTube.
Oh God!
So go ahead and get started.
That's gonna be...
I'm kidding. He is coming to us from San Antonio, Texas. No?
Nope. Corpus Christi, Texas.
What's what?
Corpus Christi.
Oh, Corpus Christi.
You can tell by the darker walls
You
and
can tell by the curtains.
pennants.
Oh, that's right. School's out.
Curtain.
School's out, so he is back in Corpus Christi, and he will do kid stuff because he's 12. Also joining us from Pittsburgh in his man cave of justice, DJ Lunchbox.
Live from his iPad. No, I mean phone.
iPhone.
iPod's a version 1, Sorg. I'm just a poor man. I'm just a poor, simple individual living underneath the confluence of the three rivers and the Sophie Maslow Memorial Mole Man.
And wonderful Wi-Fi access and access to a Chipotle.
Wow.
Yeah, that's true. No, the Chipotle's downtown, Sorg. Don't be ridiculous.
And the man that makes this happen each and every week, staying up far past your bedtime to make sure you get this wonderful nonsense of nonsenseness, Sorg.
I just work here.
Yeah, that's right. You just work here, and don't you forget it.
Buy that app so I can get that half sandwich for lunch tomorrow.
Buy
please.
the app so he can eat tomorrow. Please.
Yes.
Please. And
In the
finally,
of the angel.
What?
starting off how we always do, and always will do. We have voicemail.
Oh, let's switch it up. It's the voicemail. Let's do the voicemail first. I feel like that's...
Oh
Woo!
no! Going great.
We're not making weird words tonight.
What's happening?
What's happening? So here's one.
So I haven't finished the latest episode of the Wrestling Mayhem show, so maybe you guys talk about the after. The WrestleFan has just finished reading the Unwashed Masters thing where they want to bring back the WCW and WWF writers. I saw the rant coming off, so I'm going to let this go. I'm going to make it short. The reason why guys our age love the Attitude Era so much is because we were getting hair in funny places and we just had discovered what boners. And they were basically putting softcore porn and the most ridiculous violence on television, and they were making swear words happen on TV. That's really why everybody looked so fondly upon the Attitude Era. WrestleFan, you're completely right. Wrestling sucked out loud. It was terrible. WCW always had the better wrestling. The WWF had trash cans and food, and that's why they won. Sorry, WCW. So yeah, that's my rant. That's why I have to say this. So whoever put that on Facebook, go outside and play a nice game of hide and go fuck yourself. Honestly, don't ever bring back the Attitude Era. They're doing just fine. Bring up the new talent. Randy Savage was the only good wrestler you named in that bunch. Eat a dick, Undertaker. Die in a fire. Goodbye. Woo!
It
This
was
is
like-
the ball F diggity. The S is for flight plans. Bye.
I would just like to add to that with a little anecdote. Hey, Sorg,
Hey.
remember media class?
Wait, which part of it?
And
That one time
when you used
I was
to bring me taped
I
Raw.
was like, hey, dude, here's Raw from last night. And we just popped it in.
We didn't think anything of it. We put it in, and we were editing something and watching it, and got in trouble because was it Terry Reynolds?
It was Trish Stratus,
Oh,
I think.
yes.
There was her guys, I think TNA was in a feud with the Dudley Boys, and she was in lingerie on a table.
Yes, talking about nice hard wood.
Yes. The jock came in and made a big stink about it, and I think the teacher came in afterwards. Where I'm like, I don't know, it's wrestling from last night.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were going to do this. So yeah, wrestling was NSF school. So yeah, that was. But that's what we got into.
Right.
We were in. I think I was a senior.
Yeah, which made me a sophomore.
A sophomore, so it's like the HA's comment is completely accurate. The hair was all over in funny places.
Yep.
Some of us more than others.
Yep.
You know. So there you go. We got one more.
Yeah, he came in. He was
voicemail.
like, "You're watching porn."
Yeah. He was a dick. I got one more.
His balls fucking diggity. Good day and evening to you, sir.
It's from 12 hours ago.
Perhaps madams, if you're there.
No madams.
You have both goddamn fine. So I didn't watch Raw. Literally 1 second of it. I don't even know what happened. So how about that thing they did that time?
Nobody's trying anymore.
I'm just jumping back to last week's show about the ratings. In particular, the discussion at the end of the show. I'm with Sword on this that we shouldn't care about ratings. That we as viewers, that we as wrestling fans should not give a flying crap about ratings. In disagreement with wrestling fans, ratings mean a great deal. And as Lunchbox is dead on, ratings mean 100% attending the world to the WWE. They mean everything. So, yes. Is the WWE trying to get back that 3-2, 3-5 range that they had during the Monday Night Wars? Absolutely. They were making a killing. But to us, it shouldn't matter. The quarter-hour breakdowns shouldn't matter. Plus, the people who are actually looking at ratings are not looking at the week to week. They're looking at them over a great period of time. Because a 2-5 one week, or a 3 the next week, or a 3-2 the week after that, and a 2-5, there's no real difference. You got to look at them over the course of a period of time. So, ratings, I think, here, just stop reading dirt sheets and this problem goes away. Just stop reading dirt sheets and wrestling becomes way more fun. because you don't actually know what's going to happen. You don't know who's coming back or who's coming up or anything like that. Just enjoy the shit. Like, put it on television. Fucking enjoy it. You'd be pissed off if you knew what was shooting in the next episode of Boss. And I know Bobby doesn't like spoilers. If you knew what was coming up in the next episode of Game of Thrones, you'd be pissed. So stop doing it. Just enjoy this shit. Just sit back, fucking enjoy it.
Yeah.
And do what I do sometimes. Don't watch. And giggle. You guys get mad about it. So this is Bo fucking Diggity. And you're fucking welcome. Bo F Diggity. The F is for all the pride that when I roll in my son's face, he fucking smiles. Woo!
There you go, Bo Diggity joining us there. And just to finish the Bo Diggity trifecta, I want to share his email that he sent in. Excuse me, let me adjust my volume here. Ass or elbow, sir? The perception is yours. Woo! Bo F Diggity. The F is for fate. What the hell?
I think it was directed at DJ Lunchbox.
Yes.
Was it directed
Yeah.
at Mr. DJ Lunchbox?
Because there was a photo attached.
Oh, is it?
Have you never played Ass or Elbow?
I apparently have never played Ass or Elbow. I'm sorry.
Ass and Elbow is an unfortunate game where someone sends you a picture, and if you look, and I can't show you in a way.
Ah!
I look. If you
Can I show this? I guess it's 50-50 on whether I can show this.
but you take a picture of the area. Yes, exactly.
Okay.
You-
now we know.
You take a picture of
That will be our
your
show
elbow.
picture.
You take a picture of your elbow
Yeah.
in this area right here,
Okay.
and
All
or
right.
your ass.
All right. I need to get rid of that.
We are 5 years old, ladies and gentlemen.
For the record, it's an elbow.
It's completely an elbow. I mean,
know.
It's totally an elbow because one side is hairy
yeah.
and the other side not so much.
Yeah.
That's an elbow.
Or he has a very uneven buttocks.
I don't know. Because on my phone, the one side looks very dark, so you can't tell. It very well may be his ass.
That could be shading. So, wow. All right. We got some emails here. Who wants to take the first one?
Which one is the first one?
Pick one.
I will do Alex Torres.
All right. To the Chachi.
Begin transmission. Wrestling is cool. Wrestling is heart. Wrestling is intense. Wrestling is killer. Wrestling is awesome. Wrestling is respect. Wrestling is art. Wrestling is fun. Believe in wrestling. Believe in Chikara and transmission. Hello, 10%ers. It's your boy Alex Cars with some thoughts on the sheer insanity that is the ending to Shikara's pay-per-view on Sunday.
You are the wrong person to be reading this.
I know.
And WrestleFan, I'm working on your audio here. I don't.
If you saw it, you cannot unsee it. This is exactly the kind of storyline that got me hooked in Shikara in the first place. So I can't wait to see where it goes.
Okay. Was that it?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay. Can you read the next one while I fix this problem?
Which one's the next one?
There's another one from Matt Carlins.
Okay,
I don't know if it's in the doc.
it is.
Okay.
Well, I don't go by the doc.
Okay.
I don't read the doc. Dang it! I forgot to call the WMS voicemail on my way to work. Where are my priorities? As promised, here's my fantasy booked 5 stages of hell match. Stage 1, Lumberjack Max. Shortest distance to a quick early fall for the heel. Stage 2, Street Fight. Gotta get the guys out of the ring for a bit. For reasons you'll see, this is the longest stage. Face wins. Stage 3, Steel Cage Match. Cheap escape win for the dastardly heel. Stage 4, Hell in a Cell. Lift the cage, lower the cell, go extreme, face wins. Stage 5, Punjabi prison match. Take the lid off the cell, relower the steel cage, and go. My combatants, I'll take CM Punk and Batista because I love how Punk works with bigger opponents. I think Big Dave can handle this, and he's the king of the Punjabi prison match. Sorry, Riz. Great Cocky will have to be a guest commentator. That's me. I challenge you, WMSers, to do better. Your mainstream media homeboy, Matt Carlins.
All right. He put this out on Twitter actually earlier or mid last week, late last week, something like that. And it got some pretty good discussion going on there. I know the one tweeted out involved Dalton Castle and Chess Flexor and got some responses from both of them. So I don't know. Do you guys have a 5 stages match? It's kind of a big one to kind of get off the fly. But does anybody have one prepared off the top of their head?
Yes.
Okay.
It would involve Santino and Zack Ryder.
Okay.
First match, tuxedo match. The second match, pigsty.
So you're just sticking them with every bad gimmick match
In history.
Okay.
I hope that counts in there.
I can't hear what you said.
I know. I don't know what's going on with this audio.
Third match would be a towel on a pole match.
Mm-hmm.
Fourth match would be a strap match.
Mm-hmm.
And that last one would be an ambulance match.
Okay. Okay.
Completely, it would be bad.
What about you, LB? Do you have anything you think you would have for this?
It's hard. There's a lot of different schools of thought for it. A lot of different directions you can go in. You can go in, like Chachi had all the crazy, goofy matches. You could go for all the more hardcore, exploding ring, barbed wire matches. You could go for the like slow build matches, like Carlin's did. It's a difficult subject.
It needs to be quick hits, doesn't it? Especially for something that long.
Maybe.
Yeah. This is a big finish. So what do you think, WrestleFan? I think we figured out your audio here.
Let's try this now.
There you are.
There we go. My first idea, and I don't know which wrestlers I would put in it. Quitting match to start, and I'm talking male wrestlers, not female wrestlers. Lead that immediately into a Kennel from Hell match.
Mm-hmm.
Because not only do you have the aspect of the dogs, pissing and shitting in the cage, like happened in that infamous match, but also the dogs licking off the said pudding from the previous match. I have to do 5?
Yeah, I think so.
Shit. Let's see. Let's throw in. Fuck. This is hard.
Well, here from the chat, while you're thinking of that, let me throw these in here. Mad Mike, he wants to do Edge and Christian versus the Hardys, normal match, tables match, falls count anywhere, reverse cage match, and ladder match. How TNA?
What are you, TNA?
That's a problem. You can't do this without sounding like a TNA match that already exists.
Alex Cars has ACH versus Steve the Turtle Wiener, submission match, kendo stick on a pole match, reverse ladder match, coal miner's glove match, loser leaves town.
Reverse ladder match?
I have no
idea.
idea.
You start at the top and then wait. No. Oh, no. That's when you hang the belt. That's when you go hang the belt.
Why would you hang the belt?
TNA did that.
Why would you hang the belt?
Yeah, it was it's weird. It's weird. They have done that before, though.
What you need to do if you're going to do that is you have representatives from each person in the match.
King of the Mountain is where they do that. Yeah. That also involves a penalty box.
I want to say Alex Cards also posted an interesting one. Submission match, kendo stick on a pole, reverse ladder match, coal miner's glove, and then loser leaves town as the final stage. Now, if somebody wins the first 3 or gets the 3 in the first 4 and they don't have to do the loser leaves town match, does the loser leave town still? Or that's the complicated part.
Well, there's also hold on.
Oh yeah, wait, and Mike's saying that a reverse cage match fresh from a falls count anywhere match makes perfect sense. Thank you very much. And that's the thing. We're not really getting into the psychology of this kind of thing.
Unless you have a reverse cage match into a cage match.
Lift the cage, and I forget.
We're
what
gonna
was
lower
after.
the cage so you can get in the cage, and then we're just gonna raise
Either
it
way,
up.
I don't think you can. I don't think you can properly do this without getting awkward. As it is,
Right.
look at the mixes of matches we have had like this.
5
know.
stages of hell, normal fall tuxedo match, 60-minute Iron Man match, reverse tuxedo match, and then Inferno.
Let's just pick like two matches and just reverse them a bunch of times.
So that means
Reverse tables match. Figure that one out.
You rip the tuxedo off.
Yeah.
Then you have a 60-minute Iron Man match. Then you wrestle to put the tuxedo back on, only to get caught on fire.
So the loser of the tuxedo match has a better chance because he has less to get caught on fire.
Yes.
God, the reverse tuxedo match sounds super difficult. Have you ever tried, like, even with like the wrist cuffs and like the, you know,
Oh yeah, we
cummerbund
both
and all that shit? My God,
we both did about a week and a half ago. So
Jesus.
We did what?
You know, I don't know about you guys, but this sounds like an awesome pay-per-view.
And Alex Carr says, reverse booking match. Loser wins the match.
that's the golf rules match. Yeah,
Edge and Christian versus Hardys. Normal match.
I think we did that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I do have
Oh,
my
yeah, you
third,
did.
though.
My
It
bad.
would be pudding match, Kennel from Hell, and then a Gulf of Mexico match so they could wash off the pudding.
I didn't think about the Gulf of Mexico match. There you go.
Yeah, you could have a river match.
I wish, you know.
You can have the body of water match
Yeah.
into the towel on a pool match.
Ooh, I like this. I love these. Are all
We're
great ideas.
thinking things
Please,
through.
guys, grow this. Let us know at the Mayhem Show at Matt Carlins. Let them know your 5 stages of hell. Do you have any good ideas? We've been great ones so far. Great from the chat room. Great stuff on Twitter from last week. At us. At the wrestlers, like especially if they're indie guys, at those guys too, because we got some responses from a few guys last week. So it's been a lot of fun so far. A great idea by Matt. So thanks for that. And I think, if I'm not mistaken,
The winner of the towel match gets to put on clean tights.
somebody gets a refresher. Excellent. And I think that is all for this week in the fan mail. So let's go to your minute of indie wrestling, minute of untelevising of the people falling down amateurly. It's the Indie Minute.
Oh my God, guys. This is an indie minute I need to talk about. First, let's talk about Chikara, because crazy shit's happening.
Now,
and I
you
don't know
gave
what-
me, I don't want you to do this here on the show, but you gave me a rundown of like the
No,
last year of
I
Chikara.
can't do it on the show because it takes too fucking long.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So I need the Cliff's notes here.
Oh my God.
What?
So Chikara,
Wait, Chachi's
Chikara
got a
has-
timeout.
yes.
Come on, this is pushing it over a minute.
Really quick. Chicago street fight into a Philly street fight into a Texas death match into a New Orleans street fight into a Montreal screw job. Go ahead.
Who?
Antonio Garza put it in there.
Oh my God, they're still going. Tweet these if we didn't read them on the air, please.
I had to point that one out because it was awesome.
Oh, there's great ones going through there.
So can I talk about the sad thing
Go for
now?
it.
The really
Go ahead
sad
and
thing.
Go
with
ahead and
Chikara.
talk about untelevised
Oh,
wrestling.
dude, but this one's worth it. And it was an
Yeah.
pay-per-view, so.
Wrestling that doesn't exist anymore, guys, because
Aww.
Chikara had their pay-per-view this past weekend,
Yeah.
and the main event, Eddie Kingston versus Icarus, it was looking like Icarus was going to unseat the 1.5-year-long reign of Eddie Kingston, and then shit went cray, and Wink Vavasaur, that son of a bitch director of fun, and I'm sorry for cursing, I know it's not Chikara friendly, but goddamn you, Wink Vavasaur, instructed Condor Security to break up the match, destroy the entire set of the entrance and everything, ushered people out of the building. They kicked everyone out, locked the doors.
All the paying fans.
All the paying fans. They said the show was over. Someone broke through a glass door of the Trocadero in Philly, trying to get back in. Condor Security took them away somewhere, and like everyone's leaving, and like people are being taken off the roster page, and people don't know what's happening, and it's all up in the air. All the feed cut from the iPay-per-view, and then we find out yesterday, all of Chikara's events for 2013 canceled. Everything's canceled. Everything except for National Pro Wrestling Day. That's the only one
National
that's
Pro
open.
Wrestling Day.
Yeah, because it's not maybe specifically Chikara, but everything Chikara is canceled.
Day?
No Young Lions Cup. No King of Trios. Everything's gone. And what I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, guys. I don't. This has gone crazy. Wink Vavasaur and this whole time travel conundrum and all this insanity. It's going absolutely insane. And there may not be a Chikara anymore.
No. There will be a Chikara right again. As one who's watched wrestling more than most people, you should know better than anyone that this just means that they got a new set.
Wait, what?
You said they destroyed the set.
No, the set's not the big part, though. Everything got destroyed.
Right,
All
which means they're changing the look of everything.
What?
Wasn't this
Chachi,
wait,
you're
was
focusing on the
isn't
you're
this the
focusing
season
on the
finale?
absolute wrong part of this. Everything got canceled. All the teams are either mixed up or they're gone. Everyone is leaving. There's no Mike Quackenbush. There's no of the top stars. Like, everyone is gone.
I think you got NWO'd, man. No. I think this is the most intriguing. It's got people like you talking about it. Wait, I think there's going to be a next step. Think about it. Chikara has been around for 12 years, right? And this is really interesting. And one thing I loved about Chikara is that they experiment. You know, they do different things. They do entertaining things. I wish there was an easier way for me to follow all the stuff you told me happens last night.
Oh my God.
Like, I wish it was, because I remember.
If you have $200 just laying around, buy all the Chikara DVDs.
Yeah, basically, right?
From like 2011 on.
And that's the unfortunate. But I don't think they even sell like too old of DVDs, right? Like LB came in the hangout last night when you were explaining this, and I think you gave him like the short version of it, and this idea like, well, it's done. I can go back and watch the whole thing like a series on Netflix. No, you can't, because they don't offer them that way.
Well, that's true. You do. Well, I will say they have the Wrestling Is page where you can get everything video on demand,
but it's not everything. It's very, very limited. They have like one show from each year. But still, that's a good start. And actually, for $8 a month, if it looks like that's something that they kind of cycle through, and I will eventually see a good portion of it, I'd consider it. You know, but that's
which would be nice to have that retrospective, because Chikara may be dead. It may be dead.
I mean, but no, I think this is something that's planned. I think it's something that is growing because of the people on the boards going insane about all this stuff. You know, you one of them, Mr. Aiming to Please. So
everything. It's just everything means something, and there's so much conspiracy involved, and it's
or does everything mean nothing, like the Chris Jericho comeback video?
Okay, but this is actually really well done.
Well, yeah.
The Chris Jericho comeback videos were really well done.
They were really well
and
done.
then he was just like, I'm here and I'm smiling.
But they had nothing to do with his return.
Right.
They had nothing to do with his return. And everybody picked it apart. It's like, what does the girl mean? What does this mean? But how does
all this happen, Sorg? How does all this happen?
Patience.
Patience. It is pretty in line with the shit that Chikara generally does. I'm entertained. I'm super interested in Chikara now.
Yeah, right? I can't believe you, of all people, haven't been watching this stuff.
That makes perfect sense. Antonio Garza in the chat room says dirt sheets have it that Quack is getting a divorce and Mrs. Quack owns the rights to Chikara. What's the one thing you want to do if you're going to lose everything to your ex-wife?
And this is dirt sheets. Who knows? I mean, that's
you destroy it.
Supposedly, the wrestling is
he broke it in half.
Well, the wrestling is we're all supposedly made. Notice they're all Chikara guys, and other places that the Chikara guys can work if the divorce thing is the real deal, and it breaks it up. So maybe that stuff will start moving over into the wrestling is territory.
Broke everything in half.
Oh yeah. Oh, he tore the baby in half.
He broke everything in half.
Oh.
If he's getting a divorce and she gets half, he tore everything in half.
Hmm.
Is that why the colony's breaking up, and that's why Sugar Dunkerton had to join Fist? Because everything had to be split. Oh.
Are they going to split Chuck Taylor from his Swamp Monster? Because that's not cool.
The Swamp Monster's gone. He's been gone for like a month because he disappeared with Archibald Peck or whatever, and because he was eating a banana, and that has something to do with time travel. And I don't.
Okay.
There you go, Mad Mike. Mad Mike's got a good thing. I'm going to kill my creation. He just did the Vince McMahon NWO run on this.
Oh.
There you go. Either way, I think it's going to be interesting. Amen. It's going to be okay. I think it's going to be okay.
I hope so, because I wanted to go to King of Trios this year.
I think
and
the
it may not
Phoenix
exist anymore.
The Phoenix of Chikara will rise from the ashes, and something even more tremendous will grow.
I hope so. I really hope so.
All right. What else is going on that isn't weird?
What isn't weird is Ring of Honor.
Not weird at all.
No, not weird whatsoever. I went to the San Antonio Ring of Honor show this past weekend, my first ever Ring of Honor show.
There's photo evidence of this.
There's photo evidence of Steve Corino in Tony Atlas style, no sleeves, yelling at me because I didn't like Rhett Titus. And yeah, that was a fun show. They did a really, really awesome job. The setup looked great. Everything looked really awesome. There's a lot of surprising stuff. A lot of people impressing me that I didn't really think of much before, like going to the show. Davey Richards, for example. Like I know, not because of the other stuff that allegedly goes on with him backstage, but I never really liked this whole MMA sort of style of it all. But he was actually like having fun, and he was like sort of playing to the crowd a lot, and he looked like he was having a legitimately good time. Him and like Eddie Edwards too were really awesome. They all did great. In the main event, Jay Briscoe defeated Davey Richards to retain the Ring of Honor World Championship. Also, ACH returned to his hometown of San Antonio, Texas. Everyone's there and just supporting him, supporting all that he does as the photo of me with Steve Corino. He was unsuccessful in defeating Jay Lethal, but it was an amazing match, and Jay Lethal paid his respect to him afterwards, and it was a really, really awesome moment. I believe that event will be out on DVD and their video on demand service soon at ROHWrestling.com. You can order that. I encourage you to, because it was a super, super fun show, not just being there live, but just I think in general it was a really, really great show. There's a lot of Texas talent that debuted that got an opportunity. So Sorg, that Bobby Fish guy.
Yeah.
I approve. Bobby Fish is pretty amazing.
Awesome.
He picked up a win over other friend of the show, Ray Rowe. So that was an awesome match. And there's tons of great stuff. So I encourage you to check them out. Their next event, I believe, is in Columbus, Ohio this weekend. So if you're in that area, go check it out. Because I had a fun time. I got to meet a lot of people. And it was a great, great time. So go to ROHWrestling.com for more information. Go watch them on TV, go buy their pay-per-views, and do all that great stuff. So, go support them over there. Final thing.
Can I insert one thing before your big news?
Yes.
I just want to mention brackets are out for Super Indie. Holy crap, we're up to 12.
Yeah,
So I just want to do a quick shout-out on some of the matches coming up for that. Some cool stuff. And this is going to be next Saturday, June 15th. We'll be there with Sorgatron Media. Very interesting staffing for us that week because there's an RWA show the same night, so go check that out too if you're in the West Newton area. But for this one, we got some cool stuff just in the first rounds. Facade versus Jimmy Rave. Your boy Bobby Fish against Extreme Tiger. We got ACH and Shane Strickland. That's going to be a good one. Gory versus Kyle Matthews, and there's the breakdown. And of course, Anthony Nese will take on the winner of the four-way second chance qualifier. That's going to have HD Cannon, which is an IWC bred guy, Hollis, Rain, and Mr. 450. So that should be a lot of fun. And of course, they're going to have a big match, Team Big League versus Castle and Shulo. So go check that out. There's a great two-parter. I haven't had a chance to check it out yet, but Justin Plummer just put up the new Aftershock. Norm Connors is on that. And if you remember, he's a big fan of purple from when we had him on the show. And there's some fine purple couches on the set there at Aftershock. So go check that out. IWCWrestling.com should have those videos. If not there, just follow them on Facebook. Sometimes a little slow to get on the site. And yeah, I don't think they have them up just yet. But if you go to excuse me. I can't tell if these are those versions. But no, if you go to like the Facebook page for all that stuff, just look up IWC Wrestling and you'll find Aftershock as well. So, Alexander Cars wants you to know that every DVD you buy from RWA makes me feel like I've accomplished something in my life. Alex Cars has been doing great work with the covers for the RWA DVDs lately. So really cool, and I love that RWA is getting their work outsourced to California now. So go check that out. Here's a quick. There's what the cover looks like there on the right. If you're on the video, that's over at rwalive.com. And there's videos over there with the we usually do the wrap ups, and there's a trailer up there so you can see what you're getting. It was a really insane show. I finally got to see it. I can talk about that. I wrestle. I'm gonna have to have you guys see this too here in the crew. At least like the parts that were like holy crap, because they're doing this thing with Ryan Mitchell, Ryan Emmons. There's a circle, and then there's Lodi and Patrick Hayes and guys, and the bad guys have gotten the crowd so riled up. It broke down into just like a fight everywhere after this one match, and to the point where the crowd came up to the ring and started pounding on the ring while the good guys were celebrating in there. And they did the same thing at the end of the night, too. That is tremendous. It's scary at the same time a little bit. I watched it. I watched it when I was putting it together last week.
I wish Chachi was there so he'd be like elbowing people out of the way to get the fuck out of his face.
Well, I think Chachi gets to be present for the Fans Bring the Weapons match. So, and knowing how well they are with fan participation down there in West Newton, that's going to be a fun one. Chachi, you're going to bring anything for the Fans Bring the Weapons match?
I'm not a fan.
You're not a fan? I just work here.
I'm an employee.
Don't use my camera.
Yes. Please, just don't touch my camera.
Don't touch my camera.
Well, yes.
Steal Chachi's camera and wrap it in barbed wire and say it's one of your weapons.
No.
Maybe you just do that to keep people away.
I can honestly say I'm okay with anything any of these wrestlers do, until they touch the equipment. Sword can attest to this.
Yep.
Anytime, like the first time Sammy was in IWC, he came out. He pushed the camera away.
Yeah, he does the push the camera away thing, completely in character, and then I'm in the back like, don't touch my fucking camera.
Yeah, and I'm like, he touched the fucking camera.
I'm like, don't touch the fucking camera.
You can do whatever you want. Just remember that I'm not part of the show.
I bumped into wrestlers, but wrestlers have bumped into me. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I'm not.
Don't fuck with the camera.
I'm not part of the show. If I get in your way, tell me to move. They do all the time.
They're saying that we need to bring this for the Fans Bring the Weapons match.
That's not a very good.
I don't think it's not a good idea, but it would be fun. If I had any inkling that thing would come back. But and finally, Mr. Amen 2, please.
Holy shit! I get to finally say stuff. But for those that have been following me on the internets. In all forms of media, you will know this news already, but I'll announce it here on the show. Our good friend and friend of the Shit Wrestling Mayhem show, Justin Bisnet, aka Biss, he has started a new professional wrestling company out of the out of the city of Austin, Texas, and called Inspire Pro. Is the brand new group for the Austin, Texas area. It's looking to bring more wrestling to the area for the great fans of Texas, because Texas is notorious for having some of the best wrestling fans in the country. So that's sort of the goal behind Inspire Pro. And the reason I'm specifically talking about Inspire Pro is that I have the distinct privilege and honor, to be the play-by-play commentator for Inspire Pro Wrestling.
Ooh.
Yes, I do. This is a pretty great honor. I never expected to even get this opportunity. It was bestowed on me thanks to Biss, most specifically. He really stuck his neck out for me, I will say, to do that, and he didn't have to. And because of him, I'm going to get to do something that's been really a dream of mine for a long time. Something that I've really been passionate about and wanted to do. And my hope is that, with a lot of hard work and definitely a lot of trial and error and a lot of, just hard work that I can sort of portray the vision that he and the rest of the Inspire Pro crew want to put out there to everyone. So I'm definitely up for the challenge, and I'm hoping to take a new step to something different, try this out, and I'm hoping I'll get a good result out of it. Speaking of Inspire Pro, our first event has been announced. It will be at the Marchesa Hall and Theater in Austin, Texas, in downtown Austin, Texas. It's right across from Lakeline Mall. Awesome venue. The main event, and a lot of the matches have been announced so far, but the main event is something I'm excited for as a fan, if not just to commentate. ACH, Ring of Honor Superstar, will be taking on Davey Vega, competitor in Anarchy Championship Wrestling, St. Louis Anarchy, as well as many other companies, as well as Dragon Gate USA and Evolve, and Chikara star Chuck Taylor in a three-way matchup. It's going to be a real showing of, the past, present, and the future of the independents. And I think, it's going to be an absolutely phenomenal contest. You put those three guys together, it's going to be really great. And the winner of that match will earn a spot in a upcoming three-way match at a future show to become the first ever Inspire Pro champion. So that's going to be very, very awesome. There's tons of great local talent that's going to be at that show. A lot of talent that if you're in the Texas area, you will know. And a lot of people getting their first shot. A lot of people from out of the area that haven't wrestled in Austin before and are going to get an opportunity to really show what they can do. And I'm excited for it. I'm really pumped about this. I wouldn't have taken this position if I didn't believe in the product. And I think we have a very, very stellar product. And with Josh Montgomery, who is the owner of Inspire Pro, Biss, and Max, who are running the creative side of things, I think it's going to be an absolutely phenomenal product. And if you are in the Austin, Texas area, July 7th, I hope you come down to the Marchesa Hall and Theater and get to see the first ever Inspire Pro Wrestling show.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's what's going to be happening down in the Austin, Texas area.
Awesome. And it's really cool that, you got that opportunity. I can't wait to see that. And they are going to do DVDs, I understand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, DVDs will be coming out. If you want to follow us for more information about Inspire Pro Wrestling, you can follow us on Twitter at Inspire Pro Res, WRES, a little bit of that Japanese flair in there. And you can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/Inspire Pro Wrestling. And you can check us out there and go support us because we'd love, to see what all you guys think, and I would love for you guys to be a part of this new company.
It's really cool. I listened to the interview Biss was on. I can't remember the podcast. I'm sorry.
Voices of Wrestling.
Voices of Wrestling. Thank you. And those guys had a really good conversation. They talked about more than just Inspire Pro. They talked about a lot about like stuff going on in wrestling too. A lot of really cool kind of offshoot talks over there. Including some talk about the Chikara stuff, which is one of the reasons why I was asking you about that Monday night. But this sounds like they got a pretty good idea for the promotion, like to the point where the one writer is actually a screenwriter as a profession.
Max is a current screenwriter. So yeah, he's gonna insert that flair into
exactly.
What he's
you don't get that. You do not get that in indie wrestling. For that alone, just having a creative type that will give some direction to this. Because, oftentimes you get, the booking is done by the promoter because they can't get anybody else or they follow through. Or by a wrestler that comes in and does it and has a certain style. Or this person or that person or the other person. I just don't hear about this angle being taken much. So that's awesome. And I'm going to follow that. And I'm going to try to get every DVD that WrestleFan is on. And you guys should too. Support this Mayhem Nation. It's one of our own.
And not just because I'm doing commentary, because there's going to be a lot of awesome pro wrestling. The talent that we have is really, really top notch. So.
No, I don't follow indie wrestling, obviously. But all bullshit and assholeness aside, I'll support anything that anyone on the show does, because you guys would do the same for me and have done the same for me. So I wish you luck, Todd Petting Zoo, in doing play-by-play commentary. My whole thing is, I don't understand this match.
Why?
Why?
It just seems redundant.
Why?
Wrestling in a three-way to earn a spot in a three-way.
Yes. Think of it like a tournament kind of situation.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
you should
it's
just
a
have a
tournament of
tournament.
three ways.
You should just have a normal
It
tournament.
is no different than what TNA is doing with the X Division right now.
And I fall asleep.
It's probably going to
You
be...
know what? No.
Whoa. It's got Chuck Taylor. You've experienced the Chuck Taylor.
I'm not saying I didn't say it wasn't going to be a good match. I've already stated that it was going to be a good match. I'm just saying it.
They have a screenwriter. It'll make sense.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just saying that it seems a little redundant. And like I said it was going to be a good match.
Now,
I have no doubt in the participants in the match.
There is like a bracket 6 levels deep of three-way matches to get to a final three-way match for a title. Then I'd say it's redundant. But it sounds like we're going to have three-way matches for the. That's what I'm presuming.
But,
So
yeah,
I don't
but it
think
just
you're-
seems.
You're no.
I said it was going to be a good match. All right, give me. Just stop. All right, I already admitted that the match was going to be good based on only seeing Chuck Taylor wrestle. No, I'm serious. Based on that alone, I know it's going to be a good match.
WrestleFan, take us out.
That, my friends, was the Indie Minute.
Oh
for
my
this
God! And we have so much going on in gold right now. And here's just a tiny tidbit and the latest, including a little bit of clips of what's going on there at RWA, RWALive.com. This is No Retreat coming up in the break. We'll be right back with Remember When? Decided like some of them will have like 3 different powers.
Yeah.
What? That was
Yeah,
like,
it's
all right, no
stupid.
respect for the source material. Thank you. Bryan Singer, stop doing your shitty Superman movie and come back.
You know what that means?
Give me that sweet, sweet Psylocke.
Give me that
It'll be
salad.
alright. It'll be alright, Bobby.
Do you have any Punisher?
Bobby, no.
It's of Arrested Development.
Oh, wow.
Really? Because
Shit's busy.
I got through 4 episodes the day it came out.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Wrestling Mayhem Show. Tonight's topic is wrestling and the mayhem that follows. This is your Remember When? No. Oh, we're doing the thing. Remember When. Remember When. You turn your head. Turn your head. Okay, that's enough.
It ruined
This
it.
week on Remember When.
You talk to Lunchbox like your mother's scolding a child.
So no, that's not what we're doing now.
You
That's not
turn
what
your
we're
head.
doing now.
I don't know why
Check
you're
your-
also very quiet, so I don't know what's happening.
Oh no, the iPhone is failing us. Oh, this is great.
It's just so quiet.
Oh, grab some headphones. Something. So this week I thought we'd look at considering what Chikara did to the mindfulness and well-being of one Eamon here. I thought we could
All of
reflect.
us.
We could
Dead.
It's gonna come back. It'll be okay. I thought we'd look at like you know, a lot of pay-per-views have ended off with like big questions and holy crap that happened and what does it mean? Which maybe is a question you heard more often than you probably should have from Tony Schiavone or Michael Cole over the years. That it probably isn't as effectual anymore. But there are those very few stages. Like I just remember one back to a big moment from ideally a pay-per-view, probably not a Raw, where something big happened. Holy crap. What does this mean? Where is this going to go from here? I I have one, and actually I just thought of a second one. But I remember, and unfortunately this one didn't fold out into anything really meaningful, but I remember back in WrestleMania 15, we had the big Stone Cold versus The Rock match, right? Anybody remember how that one ended? Anybody remember?
No.
It was big. It was kind of face versus face in that one, and I think they did do a little bit of teaser of Vince getting involved. And it turned out he came in, and you thought, "Oh, right, he's going to align with Rock. They've done that in the past." But no, he teams up with Stone Cold. He has
you're
a beard.
You're talking WrestleMania 17.
Am I talking 17? Am I confusing them?
17. 15 was the one where Austin won it for the first time.
Yes, 17 is exactly what I'm talking about.
Sword just gave me a shut the fuck up face for those on the audio.
No, it was more like I don't know what I'm doing. I'm running a show. I don't know.
Wait, we talk about wrestling here?
What are we doing? Is this still the Awesome Cast? But no, it was like a big, like, holy crap, because like Stone Cold had never aligned with him. It was a big thing because, I mean, God, 17, he got the belt first at what, 14? So all these years he's been Stone Cold, he's been kicking ass and taking names, he's been fighting back and forth with the belt, fighting with McMahon, getting over on him, and then finally this happened, and of course it turned into the big, it turned into something interesting with him, Triple H. That was very awkward, and then it turned into the whole WCW Alliance thing, which got even more awkward, but did have its moments. So, I mean, that's one thing off the top of my head. WrestleFan, what do you have in mind?
I do have one. This was one that some people, I mean, they may have saw it coming in theory, but for me, I didn't personally see it coming, and also for someone who, I was a big fan of this person, not so much now, but I was a big fan of this person. ECW's One Night Stand 2006, when Rob Van Dam beat John Cena to win the WWE Championship. Mm-hmm. Not only for the fact that it was an ECW guy holding a WWE Championship and they were restarting ECW and all that, but the fact that Rob Van Dam never held like a major heavyweight championship at that point.
Yeah.
And it was a big thing, and I was a big Rob Van Dam fan. Yeah, people can make fun of me for that, but I was a big Rob Van Dam fan.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nowadays it is. Nowadays.
Yeah. Now it's like, if you're going like, Rob Van Dam's the best, you should watch more
He's so
wrestling.
awesome when he does that fucking Rolling Thunder move.
You're always going to have, I'm sorry, this is an offshoot, but you're always going to have the fans that are like, that stick with that guy. You know what I mean? Like, this is the guy. He was always going to be awesome, even though he does the same moves. John Cena last 10 years.
Even though he gained like 50 pounds.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah.
That is the premise for every ECW reunion.
You got to gain 50 pounds. But yeah, I didn't see it coming, and with the whole resurgence of ECW, I thought, this is something that can really change things, and it could be something really important. We all saw how that happened. But I thought it was awesome. I thought it was really, really cool.
Yeah.
So, Chachi?
Chachi.
Mine is a newer moment.
Okay.
Money in the Bank when CM Punk beat John Cena and then left through the crowd with the championship belt. That was a huge what the fuck moment for me, because it was one of the first times, thanks to social media, that I stayed up probably an extra hour afterwards just to see what CM Punk was going to put on Twitter. Mm-hmm. And it paid off because that was the night where he tweeted the championship belt in his refrigerator.
Mm-hmm.
So it was completely worth it.
And there it is right there. Well, there's several of it, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
That was awesome. What about you, LB?
Well, like I said, it was pretty quiet. Did anybody mention Survivor Series?
No. Which one?
The Survivor Series, the Montreal Screwjob Survivor Series.
Wow, why did I think of that one? Oh, right.
Yeah, how about that one?
I'm trying to forget that Julie Hart
There's ever
hates
been a
me.
what the fuck's going to happen now.
Yeah.
Also, I want to throw out Halloween Havoc 1998 because in the main event, Goldberg fought Diamond Dallas Page, but the pay-per-view ran long and ended right in the middle of the match.
Whoops!
It just ended before the match was over. They had to put it free on WCW regular TV the next night.
Yeah. Those were times. From the chat room, told me that was a crappy remember when. Thanks a lot. Halloween Havoc, where they didn't show the main event, which I think is the one you're talking about. But he said that before. There you go. So let us know. What do you have? Do you have a big pay-per-view ending WTF moments? Let us know at Mayhem Show on the Twitter or on the Facebook and Google+. And with that, let's go check out Mad Mike's Minute of Mayhem.
Greetings, Mayhemers. It's Matt Mike once again with your Minute of Mayhem. Okay, so Raw was the Daniel Bryan experience last night, and it was pretty great. But first, on to TNA. So Slammiversary sure was a thing that happened. I gotta say that it seemed like an okay pay-per-view. I didn't actually get to watch it because I was at work, but I listened to it, and like the crowd sounded dead for some matches, like AJ and Kurt, considering Kurt had just come out earlier in the night and said, AJ, I love you, man. Like, he threw out the whole story because he's getting put into the TNA Hall of Fame, which, by the way, really random choice. I mean, TNA now has 2 people in their Hall of Fame who are still active wrestlers for their company. It's a little weird. But yeah, I actually liked, like, the last Knockouts match. I fucking told you guys that match was gonna be a really good, and granted, it was a spot fest and it was sloppy and it was dangerous, as I'm sure WrestleFan will go on about, and Riz. But you know what? It was fucking fun. It was goddamn fun, and isn't that what wrestling's supposed to be about? Fun? Granted, they almost killed themselves, but, you know, they're knockouts. They probably would have done that in a normal one-on-one match anyway. And I loved the spot where Bully pulled up the ring. Like, that was really cool. That was really interesting. And regardless of what any of you say, if you didn't like it, that's an Attitude Era match. That whole thing was an Attitude Era match. And if you want the Attitude Era back, TNA gave it to you a little bit last night, or Sunday night. Now, as far as the 3 stars of the week, 3rd star goes to the Wyatt family, of course. Another promo, very, very cool. I can't wait for them to debut. I hope they're as good as their promos. 2 stars, go to the McMahons for making sure Triple H doesn't wrestle, because I didn't really want to see that again. And the number 1 star, of course, goes to the GOAT, the greatest of all time, Daniel Bryan. He made Ryback look amazing. I think even Chachi will have to agree to that. His match with the Shield was just mind-blowing. And I know this isn't going to happen, but if they give Ryback the title at Payback, he should feud with Daniel Bryan immediately. Immediately. And Daniel Bryan should get the WWE title. Because right now he is riding a wave of popularity. Like a bigger wave than after WrestleMania. So for people who don't say WWE doesn't create new stars, I bring you Daniel Bryan. Well, this has been Minute. Peace, bitches.
Thanks, man, Mike, for that Minute of Mayhem. We have a lot to say about that Minute of Mayhem. But first, before we do that, we have to do the comments of the Unwashed Masses for this week. These are comments that one Bobby F. J-Town has sent in from the WWE Facebook page. Here we go. Number 1.
Bum.
Ryback should be suspended and striped his title shot.
Straight.
Yeah. Striped.
Striped like Virgil's old tights?
Mm-hmm. Indeed, striped
Sexy.
like the bubble
That's too
gum.
sexy for Ryback.
Number 2.
True.
Punk is crap always, will be, and Curtis Imposter is garbage. I think they meant that the Spanish version of the Y. Did that ref keep counting after Cena was clearly being jumped by Ryback 2 Mondays ago, only to Cena I guess we're Jeff Hardy when you need him. That took
What?
a turn. That took a real turn. And number 3. Excuse me. WWE is fake because before stepping into D-Ring, they already know who the winner is. All they do in D-Ring is just choreography.
And this is somebody that liked the page?
This is someone that's on the page. I don't know if they liked it. I don't know if they care. But yeah, in case you didn't know, WWE's fake, guys.
Oh man, what have I been watching all these years?
All these people.
Why-
You know, and I love that when
Why
they
do
say
we
that.
even do this show?
When people
Wrestling's
say that.
fake.
Wait, hold on. If WWE is fake, Doctor Who is real, right?
Now
Like
I'm
that's a
starting to wonder if
documentary, right?
I mean, no. I mean, if that's real, it'd be stupid if you had a podcast about Doctor. Wait a minute.
Oh
Wait a
man.
minute. I think it's a podcast about Doctor Who. Anyways,
Shit.
no, I love when people say, "You know, it's fake, right?" And it's like, yeah, you just did a serious public service to me. Aren't you proud of yourself?
Yeah, I
I
like
just
it, I
told
like
that
it when
guy.
people point out
That
like,
jackass probably
oh,
thinks
look,
they're-
he missed him by a mile. Really? Thank you for ruining this thing that I'm trying to watch.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. So
You know,
Why is
I'm
my Toto
only.
so Ghost Dad?
I'm only. Wow, I put that out an hour ago, an hour and a half at this point.
because it does. Because
Chachi, I couldn't hear you guys before. I finally plugged in headphones.
there you go. That meant you can't see either. Anyways, Ghost Dad aside, so you do have a lot of comments about what Mad Mike has to say about TNA.
I have one real quick, and I know Chachi does too, but mine's really quick, so I'll do this. About the knockouts match, about the last knockout standing match. Sorry. Hey guys. Hey, TNA fans specifically, especially those that were in that arena. There's really good women's wrestling out there. You know, there is. You may not know it exists, because normally when you see 2 women in the ring, they get 2 minutes and they kind of pull hair a lot and they do all that stuff. But I'm going to let you in on a secret. There's really good women's wrestling out there where they actually, chain wrestle and they know how to sell and they know how to, do all that great stuff. And they don't have to pretend that it's great just because they're hitting each other with chairs and doing stupid spots. Stupid in like the sense of no one should be doing those spots. And you don't have to act like it's good wrestling because it's actually good wrestling and not just horrible wrestlers doing stupid things that people cheer for because they're stupid. That's my thoughts on the knockouts match.
Wow.
Fucking
Now,
Terrence
just
Terrell.
because it's a little bit better than WWE does not mean it's the best stuff going out there.
No, fuck that. Oh, I'm gonna give Terrence Terrell so much praise because she jumped off the fucking stage and like bumped on the concrete. Good for you, you freaking moron. You also don't know how to sell an injury. And you smiled and started laughing mid-match because you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
And your Playboy spread only gave him half an erection.
Of course. Only the left half.
What?
Let's just don't think about it.
This
Move on.
got real
Was there more commentary, Chachi? Did you have something to say
Yes,
about what he was talking about?
Yeah, I had a couple responses. One, first off, TNA shouldn't be reenacting the Attitude Era of WWE without paying for insurance. Secondly, TNA should not be reenacting the Attitude Era of WWE because we don't want the Attitude Era.
Well, somebody does. I think that's the thing. They're doing the thing. Here's what TNA is doing.
I
They're
don't
doing
care.
the thing that they think the WWE isn't doing.
Hey,
Is the attitude, blood, craziness.
you know how much I care about TNA? I tried to watch a TNA main event last week,
Okay.
last Thursday to be exact. It was AJ Styles and Mr. Anderson. You want to take a guess as to what happened during that match? Go ahead. Take a guess.
You already told me.
I know.
I'm guessing that there was a running by aces and eights.
Oh, I don't know. I fell asleep.
Because I watched the NWO.
I fell asleep.
Oh, good. Because you remembered you watched this about 12 years ago.
Well, that and because it was predictable, and I don't watch TNA.
I don't think you can't get me at the predictable argument. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, hold on.
We've all been watching wrestling too long to say, well, it was predictable. Come on, guys. We know wrestling logic at this point. You've watched enough of it. You know?
By the way,
WWE
You're
still
not the guy
surprises
standing
me.
there that's the smartest guy because you think, oh, yeah, this guy's going to win because they're doing this and that.
WWE still surprises me.
Okay.
All right.
And you watched one match with TNA. And which week did you watch it? Did you watch? Is it the week that it was live or is it the off week? Because the off week sucks and they don't do anything special and they build up to the next week that's live.
Sorg, that's not an excuse for it sucking.
How am I supposed to know which week it was?
Because they say live
But
a
no,
lot,
no, no.
probably.
But hold on.
I
For
don't
those
know.
that
Taz
didn't-
kept talking about aces and eights and turning her back. I assumed it was a run-in by aces and eights. I fell asleep. Anyhow,
If nobody's bleeding, it's probably not a live show.
back.
For those ones that didn't watch the pay-per-view, this is the idea of what Mad Mike thinks the Attitude Era ending to that match was. Bully Ray did a promo before talking about how he specifically was going to finish off Sting with a pile driver because it's a dangerous move and he was going to end his career.
Okay.
Okay? Cool enough, right?
Then nobody banned
So
the
they have
driver
this
who
match.
didn't do that?
They go through all these tables, like they do all these spots and all that stuff. And Bully Ray pulls out a corner of the ring, the mat and all that stuff, to reveal the wooden boards that are underneath.
Okay.
He pile drives Sting onto the wooden boards.
Okay.
Sting kicks out at 2.
Okay.
Then Aces and Eights runs in. Like 5 members of Aces and Eights. Sting kicks all of their ass. Destroys them. Throws them out of the ring. Throws them onto the ramp.
Well, what's up,
Horrible.
Brett?
The only...
He doesn't kick all of their asses. He kicks them all in the dick.
Yeah, that's
He
true.
kicked
He kicks them all in the dick.
Member of
Even though he
Aces and
got-
Eights in the dick.
even though
and
he-
that's how he beat him.
Even though he got dangerously pile driven onto wood. You know.
Yeah.
And
Well, he's a Hall of Famer.
the only thing that can put Sting down is him getting hit in the head by a hammer.
Mm-hmm.
And he still was able to walk out of the building. If on the TNA like post show thing, he's being carried out, but he's not like dead.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like try to we'll try to walk away from getting hit in the head with a hammer. Anybody else?
And pile driven, which is what Bully Ray wanted to do to put the end to Sting's career. And
Yeah.
he did, and Sting kicks out at 2.
Yeah.
That's
So-
I'm sorry.
Good there.
That's fucking horrible wrestling.
What's that? What's that, LB?
Who in that mad?
Uh-oh. Oh,
I don't know.
no! And we lost him. He got so mad he dropped off the internet.
But second part.
Yeah.
Are you still there? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you back? What's up?
Yeah, sorry. I got a call.
Oh,
So Aces and Eights looks terrible because anytime they're attacking you, just kick them all in the dick. Bully Ray looks ridiculous because he hit Sting in the head with a hammer, and Sting looks ridiculous because he got hit in the head with a hammer. It was nuts. Nothing productive, nothing good happened from that. This is the first time I've watched TNA in at least 6 months, if not more, and it's the last time I'm going to watch TNA probably for another 6 months. It's disgusting.
usually I try to make it.
Just shit from top to bottom. Just fucking.
Wait, hold on. I would just like to recap.
Yeah.
Okay, Bully Ray looks stupid because he hit Sting in the head with a hammer, and Sting looks stupid because he gets hit in the head with a hammer.
Right?
Right.
I just had to repeat that.
Right.
That was worth being repeated.
Yeah, they lost me when they put Sting in the main event
Thank
again.
you.
It was just like, really? Come on. That's not the guy that's going to take this away. Do something interesting here. You're down to 3 or 4 pay-per-views, and this is how you deal with it? You know? It's just...
Not good.
Man.
And not to mention, like, okay, you're not, you know, I had that discussion where I'm like, you know, it's tough because we don't like how what TNA is doing, the talent that we appreciate with and to, okay? In the cases of Daphne, Zima, Ion, etc. But, you know... Ooh.
Oh my
he
God.
just punched his iPhone. He
just
got
punched the
so
iPhone
pissed off at you.
and the internet.
He punched
apparently.
the internet.
Wow.
I need a more stable stand for my iPhone.
You need to change his title.
Apparently.
You need to change his title to the One because he just punched the internet.
Wow. We'll see if we can edit that out later.
Sorry. It's the first
But,
night with new technology. We
It's
always
okay.
have technical difficulties. This week it's my turn.
Yeah. I'm still, the board problem is still my problem. It's not helping that you're on that channel. What was I saying? What? TNA, whatever. What else is going on in wrestling?
My last comment, because I still haven't gotten it out. You keep talking about TNA.
Yeah?
Um,
What's up?
Ryback versus Daniel Bryan.
Yeah?
No.
No?
No.
No, you didn't even look at it. It was good
No.
stuff.
Nope.
It's alright
It was
stuff.
way
No.
better than.
It doesn't matter who it is. I don't want to watch Ryback.
Man, you're going to be pissed when Ryback wins the 3 stages of hell here in a few weeks.
Yeah.
You're going to be real pissed. You're gonna be like, what are you going to do? You going to watch TNA or are you going to give Ring of Honor a try?
I'll start calling in because there's no
Start
purpose.
calling in. Be like,
There's
well,
no
I'm
purpose.
going home early on Tuesdays.
Yeah, there's no purpose in me sitting on the couch.
No.
If he wins the
No,
belt,
all it'll be is we'll be talking. And we're like, well, so Ryback's got the belt and he's doing this and he's feuding with CM Punk and we'll just go to you and you'll just be going, shake your head. Shake your head. No. Disappointment. Then we do that once and then I can just go to that clip every week after that.
right?
And then you can
Until
go
he
home.
loses the
And
belt.
you can go home after Let's Play.
Yeah.
You can just enjoy yourself.
Right.
And not worry about wrestling anymore.
That's exactly
So,
what'll
I'm
happen.
glad we figured that one out.
That's exactly what'll happen.
What else is going on, WrestleFan?
Stuff's happening.
Is anybody? Have we talked about the app issue here?
Oh, we have.
Have we had this discussion on the show?
I think so.
I think so.
Okay, I don't get into it, but
The app is dumb.
the
Yeah, it's a
interviewing.
shit show.
I'm trying to watch this match. It's like I'm just trying to imagine the person that they expect to be. I'm going to watch the show. I want to watch your pre and post shows that you're going to have on Yahoo. And I have this app in front of me that has to remain open because my phone keeps falling asleep. So after like 10 minutes when nothing really happens, and then Zeb Coulter is going to come up and yell at me for 5 minutes while I'm trying to watch a match in the ring with Del Rio and Big E Langston or something. Which I'm like, I want to watch Big E Langston and be awesome with no pants on. But Zeb Coulter's yelling at me on this app over here. Like, what kind of ADD mind are they targeting here?
No clue. No, absolutely no clue.
So I can't. I don't know. Like, and it's just like we're just throwing people in front of a microphone at this point. Zeb, go talk about white people. Something.
Watch the Bellas watch the match that you're watching.
The problem is,
that's my favorite when they
I'm
do that.
sitting there and it's tons of Funk and Zack Ryder poorly commentating on a match that's going on that is not in sync with the match that I'm watching. Oh, that was a good move. I'm in a headlock. I don't understand what's happening here. It's a new way. It's a confusing way.
A headlock is a great move.
Confusing. Oh, remember when everybody loved when Randy Orton used the headlock all the time?
That's Randy Orton. Randy Orton's dumb.
Yeah, I don't want to use the app. I enjoyed the app and the stream of information and the backstage pictures and the polls and everything. And watching that throughout the show, that was always interesting. Now it just, like, bugs me. Can I turn off the videos in that thing? I haven't explored it because I'm watching it on Monday nights and I have other things to do. Like talk to you guys and learn about Chikara.
Yeah, all my
Might as
devices
well.
are pretty much sealed.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
So.
yeah.
All right. Television.
Occupied.
A new way to watch television is not to watch television. And Mad
So,
Mike has liberated us from Chachi. Okay.
Curtis Axel's doing stuff now.
Yes, he is.
What do you guys think of it?
Good for him. I mean, it's cool that he's involved with all these guys. Let's see when they spin it into an actual match. I mean,
I don't think
obviously,
he's ever going to win a match in any way. Other than count out.
No. They're going to do this for like a month, and then they'll sell him into something else. CM Punk's going to be back. So what does that mean for Curtis Axel?
He's going to lose every match on Raw by count out, and he's going to beat Sin Cara every week on SmackDown, and like,
and that evens out somehow.
Yeah, and it evens out apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't freaking know.
It's all half-assed. They're like, we're going to push him, but only sort of.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And also what a friend of the show, Brandon Stroud, pointed in this week's column, how like that segment with Triple H, Stephanie, and Vince, how Stephanie pretty much shit all over Curtis Axel, and he was like, he's not important enough for you to fight him in the ring. It's like, yeah, because that's true.
Yeah, because he's a newbie. I mean, I don't care how long he's been around. He still is like a lower end guy. It's like saying, man, you really got to fight Zack Ryder tonight. I mean, just it doesn't work. But I think
Curtis Axel doesn't even deserve to fight Zack Ryder, and not because he's a new guy, just because he's more talented than Zack Ryder and doesn't deserve to be punished like that.
Exactly right. And he is, and he seriously is. He's a good wrestler. He's not Daniel Bryan good or anything like that, but he's better than like a Ted DiBiase Jr. What are you doing out there?
Nothing.
What are you doing?
Don't worry about it.
What are you doing? Do you have your Candy Crush heroin?
No.
Is that what's happening over there?
I was opening a new pack.
Yeah?
Of cigarettes.
New pack?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the internet now? Oh, no. All right, guys. On that point, you got one more thing?
Oh, he disappeared.
No, he's there. I'm going to just take care of this sleepy robot as soon as I find my mouse. He's going to be back. There you go.
I don't remember what I was going to say.
Shit. He interrupted me. All right. With that, guys,
Is it time to go?
What?
Is it time to go? Sorg.
No, yes.
What did you learn in wrestling this week?
I learned a lot from WrestleFan about Chikara.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Like what?
I did. Like that the ants have been mixed up. Why are you undressing over there?
It's warm in here.
Okay, it's a little weird. It's like show's winding down. Time to unbutton the shirt.
It puts the lotion in the basket.
Getting weird in here. I learned that they mixed up all the tag teams and everything, and I've never seen time travel used in wrestling to any effect. The part you told me about was it Archibald Peck?
Yes.
Had been punched into the future and is trying to get punched. Back-fisted into the future by Eddie Kingston, and he's trying to get back to his past so he can finish that match. That's pretty interesting. WrestleFan, what did you learn from wrestling this week?
I learned from wrestling this week. On WWE.com, they released the 10 best WWE Velocity matches you shouldn't have missed. And I learned that I missed Velocity.
As a whole, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
I miss seeing Rey Mysterio versus Jamie Noble get 15 minutes.
Wow. LB, what about you?
I learned that we should have done Velocity Memories, as I remember when this week.
I
remember seeing a match with AJ Styles getting the shit beat out of him on Velocity.
Holy shit.
No, that's not what I actually learned. Was Daniel Bryan is wonderful, which I already knew, and SmackDown was fantastic this week and actually better than Raw.
Oh, wow. I guess I should have watched that.
It was really good.
Chachi, what'd you learn?
I learned that I don't have to watch wrestling anymore. Ryback is the top man in WWE.
Yeah.
Zack Ryder still has a job.
Yeah.
And the main event of TNA makes me fall asleep.
What am I doing? Maybe you should watch more indie wrestling.
Maybe I shouldn't watch wrestling.
Oh.
Indie wrestling is not an option.
Apparently not. He gets his fill here locally.
Indie wrestling costs more money.
From the chat, Bobby F. Janetown learned that Todd Pettingzoo is going coast to coast to discover new and exciting Pokemon and to keep calm and carry on when it comes to watching hockey games during Raw. Yes! Don't watch Penguins games in the hangout with us during Raw if you can't contain yourself.
What?
Control your high. He was yelling at everything.
Who?
Bobby.
Bobby was having.
And we're like, none of us are watching it. Stop it.
It's an angry game.
Yeah, but we're like, also, Hot Wheels Learn, it's good to be back with the crew. Good to have you back in the chat, sir, and see you in the hangout last night. Excellent. Mad Mike learned that Steve Austin and the Mayhem Show have mutual friend in Eric Young. I also learned that the Lannisters send their regards to Kofi Kingston. Ooh.
I don't know what that means.
Only some people do. No spoilers. No spoilers, Bobby. Thank you. It could mean anything. And with that, guys,
I was looping up my vocal cords. You have been listening to the Wrestling Mayhem Show, the mayhemiest, crazy-ass wrestling show on the internet for 7.5 years and beyond. You can find us at WrestlingMayhemShow.com, where we have written word to go with our audio and video words. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, Blip TV, Roku, and YouTube for your ear and eye holes. You can email us at WrestlingMayhemShow.com and call us at 412-206-WMS09670 on your rotary dial spin phone.
spin phone. I've never heard it called that. It's awesome.
And we have an app.
Yeah, we do.
$1.99 for your Android or iOS devices. You can get behind the scenes extra content that you can't get if you download it. You can help Sorg buy pieces of sandwiches, and maybe he'll get a whole sandwich.
One day, there'll be a whole sandwich.
Yes. he gets enough per sale that he gets a quarter of a sandwich. So we need lots of app sales
protein.
so Sorg can eat
Yummy.
because he's hungry. In the arms of... No, we've already done that. Thank you for listening. Mayhem out.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait